In Where Winds Meet Game, Twisted Destiny is one of those quests that feels confusing at first, then it suddenly clicks and hits hard. This video is the story explanation of Uncle Jiang Yan's past, He Ran's, the blind man's motive, and what really happened to General Wang Qing. If you finished the quest and thought, wait, who actually killed the general? This is the missing context. Here's Twisted Destiny lore breakdown. Twisted Destiny revolves around a brutal misunderstanding that basically destroys 3 lives in one war story: General Wang Qing, Jiang Yan, Uncle Jiang, and He Ran, the blind man. Here's the truth in a clean timeline without the confusing quest pacing. General Wang Qing was a respected commander who took in 2 orphan kids from the war camps, Jiang Yan, the son of his fallen friend, and another abandoned child from the streets, He Ran. Jiang Yan grew up wild but talented, and the general clearly doted on Jiang. He Ran respected the general almost like a god, but always felt like the other kid, standing in Jiang Yan's shadow. Then came the Battle of Zhongdu Bridge, a desperate situation where Wang Qing's forces were overwhelmed. He reached out to the court for support and got abandoned. Worse, a box was sent to him through He Ran, delivered as if it was a miracle tool that could turn the battle around. He Ran believed it could save everyone, so he ran it to the general as fast as he could. But the moment Wang Qing saw what it was, he understood the truth. It wasn't a weapon to win the war, it was a poison, tied to the dream puppet-style horror, the kind that turns humans into monsters that attack their own. The general realized the court wanted him gone, and this was the cleanest way to erase him without taking blame. This is where the 2 deaths idea begins. Death 1, the human death. Wang Qing chooses to take the poison anyway, not because he trusts it, but because he knows if he refuses, the tragedy spreads to everyone else. He tries to contain the tragedy by making sure the kids are away when it happens. He knows Jiang Yan would never allow him to sacrifice himself like that, so he tricks Jiang out of the area using false info, basically sending him away on purpose. But Jiang senses something's wrong. He meets He Ran, pieces it together, and rushes back. Death 2, the mercy kill. Jiang Yan returns too late. Wang Qing is already poisoned and in the process of fully turning into a monster. The general is barely holding on to his last breath as a human. Jiang Yan does the only thing he can. He kills Wang Qing to free him and stop him from becoming a weapon against others. So, who killed Wang Qing? The direct killer, the one who lands the final blow, is Jiang Yan, but the real cause is the betrayal, the box delivery, the trap, and the poison meant to erase Wang Qing. And the worst part, He Ran arrives at the exact wrong moment and sees only one thing: Jiang Yan stabbing the general. From his POV, it looks like the general's favorite son killed him. He doesn't see the first death, the poison, the transformation, the sacrifice. All he sees is the final scene. That single misunderstanding becomes He Ran's entire reason to live. He doesn't just want revenge, he's trying to make sense of grief. Later, when the truth starts coming out, it gets even more tragic, because He Ran realizes he was the courier who brought the box. In other words, he helped cause the first death, and his delivery forced Jiang Yan to committing the second. That's why Twisted Destiny feels so heavy. Nobody here is purely evil in the personal story. It's a chain reaction: loyalty, jealousy, betrayal from above, and one moment that got witnessed out of context. If this quest had you staring at the screen like, bro, what just happened? Drop a like, you're not alone. Share your thoughts about this lore in the comments down below. See you in another Where Winds Meet video. Until then, happy gaming, my fellow wanderers.